Alright everyone, my name is Mowmaster. Welcome back to All the Mods 10. It's been a little while since we last been on together in a recorded video. I've been doing a little bit of streaming this week already, so it's been going good. I didn't stream today, I guess yesterday. I was pretty busy on Thursday with, I went into a job and asked them, hey, are you guys still applying and trying to get a job there? My wife needed some help out and about, so we went out and about and did some stuff out and about. And got home. Then the guys wanted to do some Grandmaster Nightfalls on Destiny. And yeah, now it's 11 o'clock on Thursday night, before Friday, trying to get the episode recorded and out for you. So yeah, it's been a good time. But no, we've got a lot of stuff done with the streaming. So if you haven't seen the streams, I have uploaded the VODs as either episode 10.5 or as stream VOD 11.5, I think, in parentheses, because it's kind of in between the episode or whatever. So yeah, we did a couple of streams, short little short 4-hour streams. But yeah, we did some streaming, and yeah, we kind of prettied up the base, cleaned up some things. Our storage area is now much nicer to look at and easier to use, and I did some grinding off camera as well. So yeah, let's get into this stuff today. I am in the background here making resources because our next step is I want to get iron, copper, and quartz production online. The downside to all that is I think we're going to stream probably later today on Friday. I probably want to do a stream because basically what the stream is going to entail is we're going to set up all this again, but for producing specific materials. So our iron and gold and whatnot. I guess theoretically I should also set up. Ooh, that actually might be a better way to use today's time. Having said that, I haven't prepared at all for this, but I keep forgetting that we haven't automated these at all. I've kind of been putting it off because it's not a huge priority for me, but also it's going to take a special setup to do, and I've just kind of been ignoring it. So, uh, but yeah, no, I am thinking in another stream we're going to set up some reformation for some material so I don't have to keep like making iron during episodes, for example. So yeah, things happen. But anywho, I logged in today and Coral Tombstone gave me a gift. It also said, oh, it's no longer in chat, but it also said Merry Christmas. Here's a gift or something. It was just like a little server message pop up thing when you log in. I thought it was kind of cool, kind of a Christmas gift. Can't open it till December. Great, thanks for giving me an item that I can't use yet. Wonderful. But yeah, so that's the thing. The wall of bits. Yeah. I think I did this in stream mostly, where we kind of added some extra detail, so it kind of juts out from the wall here, which I think looks pretty nice. I also changed this from oak to archwood. I want to do like the different colors of archwood in here, as you can see. So we have green, yellow, red. I want to put blue over there, and then purple. I think I'm going to use for like the ceiling details and stuff. Obviously, the ceiling is very much still stone, but I do want to use the purple archwood for like ceiling decorations, and I'll do some designs and stuff I have planned that I think would look really cool. But we'll probably do those more in stream just because that's more buildy. And I didn't really get any comments on the last time we did a building episode, so I don't know if we're going to do those much in the future, unless people actually want to see that. But yeah, I definitely want to reorganize this place as well. I really want to get base resources kind of running because that will clean up this floor space and give us more space to work with over here. I could potentially put like farms in here instead of having them all outside. Just ideas, I guess. But yeah, so we have storage, and then I'm contemplating moving our lava passive power gen into a hyperbox. Mainly because I want to put other power gens over here. I'm thinking an immersive engineering, like diesel gen could look fun. Maybe some cloches that are, actually, no, I need a diesel gen, a squeezer, and a few other things. Actually, honestly, the whole freaking diesel production would take up this whole area, and it'd be kind of loud. So maybe I don't. But like canola power, for example, like we could do canola power pretty easy. There's some other like small, easy power production ways, just different power productions that are not your standard like make up a reactor and hope it doesn't blow up your base and stuff like that. Like I don't want to go like easy route. I want to go something more creative, something different, for sure. So I think that's how we're gonna roll. I think Dyer's mod even has some like fuel things. Blaze Ember fuel. Does it actually produce fuel, or is it just... I wonder if this is Direwolf's simple fuel. I wonder if this is the liquid you could put in the generator we made, the one we made the other day when we were discovering powers. I wonder if this is the fuel that you put in there. There's not really only one way to find out. Blaze Ember, polyfluid. Water with polymorphic catalyst. Okay. Blaze Ember is a new material added by JDT. Blaze Ember is acquired by performing goo spread on primal core blocks. Using tier 2 goo higher, Blaze Ember ore is affected by fortune. Okay, yeah, but how do I get Blaze Embers? Primal coal, okay. I read that too quick to realize what it was. Oh, no. Damn it. Don't do this to me, game. Coal blocks. Okay. Goose spread on coal blocks. Yay, I love goose spread on coal blocks. Not. Alright, well, I think want to try the dire goo power. I think that could be interesting. Although I am definitely going to complain about it if I have to, but I think it's worth it giving it a try maybe one of these days. Goo. Give me the goo. Goo will need nether wart. So if I do goo here, coal there, feed it. I just want to try it out just to see how it works, really. This is all I want to do there. Although we're gonna need the polymorphics, which is... No. Don't make me. No, why Blaze Gold? Why do you hate me, game? I mean, we have some gold, fortunately, so I shouldn't complain too much, but just be on the safe side. I don't like the dire goo block conversion thing. It's just so slow is my only issue with it, honestly. Oh, yeah. Down here. Something else I set up off camera, off stream, and this is, I mean, we technically already had it set up. It was the empowerment setup. I just kind of wanted to prettify it. I kind of like this idea, which is where I'm coming at from, like the archwood, the purple archwood in the ceiling. I think I want to do like little designs like this, where it has like channels and like it's a maze-like or something. I think it would be really fun. But yeah, so I made this little thing. Kind of looks like it's coming down. This is actually a storage container. If you put the items in here to make the empowered bits, it will make them and throw them back in, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so here's the empowering setup. The way I did this is actually very, very simple. We'll break. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was breaking that or not. The way I did this is very simple. I just took a filtered count filter, so it just takes one out of the chest, puts one item in here. That way you can do like bulk crafting. So yeah, it takes one of the items. Each one of these items is necessary for the different empowerments. So canola, um, Inori, Diamantine, Inori, Void, Diamantine, the Lapis one, the red one, the Redstonia. So all the different ones are slightly different on their filters because different ingredients and whatnot. But it just takes one, and then on this side, this one inserts the different like items that you need to make the Diamantine Palace, Restonia, or whatever empowered ones, and then it also extracts the finished ones when it's done. So yeah, pretty easy setup, honestly. Just give it a little bit of power and stick the items in here as you need them. It will not be able to do multiple of the different types of crystals, so you can't do both the diamantine and the like Redstonia at the same time. It will obviously confuse it, but this is pretty simple, honestly, to do it this way. And the other cool thing is I could set up applied energistics fairly easily with this. Just put all the items in the barrel basically, and you're good to go. So it'd be really easy to set up some applied energistics to automate this process, honestly, which we might do. If I look at this, I went out and I was actually looking for snow. Believe it or not, I was looking for snow for the which one was it? The Inori, I think. And I walked my happy ass from Root Bear's base, Chaos Home. I walked my happy butt basically over to here, and then the servers decided, we haven't really generated any land past this point, so now you're gonna have to slowly, chunk by chunk, load your way until you get out here. I originally came out here one time at the start of the season when I was trying to do, I was trying to find a home basically initially, and so I came out here and did some exploring and stuff. The first like 20 attempted episodes or so. I ended up walking all the way out here looking for a place to call home or whatever. Found some snow, and then just for whatever reason, because of pack updates and stuff, teleported back to back to home, and then I just never really went exploring much after that, right? Because we're pretty much around home all the time, and I don't need to go anywhere for most resources at this point. But snow was the one thing I didn't have, and didn't have it all. No one on the server was online. And I'm just gonna take a walk, take a hike, and go find it. And yeah, we have snow now. But on my way, I found a AE meteor node that had not been decimated by someone else, fortunately. And so now we have all the AE presses, which is awesome. So we can actually get started with some AE. Not today, but probably sometime here soonish in the future. The main reason being, I really want the molecular assembler. And the reason I want the molecular assembler is very soon here, I want to take aloe, turn it into slime balls automatically. I could use like the vanilla crafter if I really wanted to, but I don't. Instead, I don't know. Can I not pull this out? Are you freaking kidding me? Why are some of these items unable to be pulled out? Anyways, I'm glad I sorted through all the barrels because that would have been a pain in the rear to find. I need a repair kit. probably at least one of these, right? A standard pickaxe. Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks, game. Glad to know. Is there any way to tell what level of repair could I need? I guess not. Okay, thank goodness that does repair it a bit. Cool. I still get my fortune and stuff. Sweet. Main reason for the fortune is oh right, the block downstairs likes to magnet up my stuff. Really need to figure out a way to not magnet up stuff. This is why I should probably port pedestals, because it would just be helpful to have like a ranged magnet that doesn't suck up everything in a certain area. Like it only sucks it up in a specified area. I'm sure there's a better option than what I am currently using, but just me being lazy probably. All right, so primal coal goes on here, I think. And then polymorphic is that smelted. Can I like process this any else? No, there's literally no extra processing. You are just stuck with whatever you're stuck with. That's unfortunate. Oh, I completely forgot I had these other materials in here. Rich. Sort of. Totally have forgotten what we were doing now. What did this episode turn into? I did mention I want to move this out of here. And the main reason I want to move this out of here, I know we're going all over the place here. The main reason for moving this out would be I want to do all the Reformation stuff probably down here. And we don't really want to look at all the Reformation stuff. It does look pretty in some respects. But the way I'm going to do it, because I want to do it for every item that we have access to, I'm going to be really, really, really lazy with how I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm really tempted to quite literally stack it like boom, boom, boom. Like just stack it like that and just run with it basically. We're going to have like nodes every so often to deal with that. But yeah, I just kind of want to stack them up like that just because we can. And I will have to sort out materials based on if they use, you know, the ingots, the gems, or whichever one they use. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some things, but yeah, I just want to compactify it basically. I think I'm gonna put it down here after I reorganize a bunch of stuff, probably in the stream, just because that's a big mess to take down. We've already set it up, and I don't really touch it right now. So yeah. But anyways, but yeah, so remove this area. I want to do like different power gens, whether it be canola power or some other silly power source. I want to do different types of power gens, not just the standard like power reactors and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. If there is other shenanigans we can get into, there may not be a whole lot of creative options for power. We may just be limited to here's a reactor, or here's a you know, the rainbow generator that you need a bunch of other generators to run to use, or something. Like that's honestly, the rainbow gen is kind of a boring generator to run. Same with, I guess technically, the mycelial generators from Industrial Revolution. No, not Industrial Revolution, this mod. Industrial Foregoing, right. This has mycelial generators. I've never done the mycelial, but we could try the mycelial. There is also a wither fuel generator option as well. I've never used that either. We could maybe get into that. That's not your standard power. I know it is really good power, but I've never actually used it before just because I can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered with it, honestly. A mini nuke. I mean, a mini reactor might be fun, but I don't know. We'll see. I definitely want to try other power sources. I think water wheels are pretty standard, so I don't know if I'm going to use any water wheels. But yeah, I just want to try different things, really, honestly, is what it amounts to. So. I was standing right there. Why'd you yank it? Rude. Wait, is that not what I was supposed to do? Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, so simple fuel generator, a bucket. Let's grab some slabs just so we can slab this into its own space. Alright, so you throw polymorphic in. That converts very quickly. And then polymorphic needs... Interesting. Interesting. What is this used for? Nothing, apparently. I wonder if there's like a random tick generator or something. Not random tick, a speed up thing. No effects. Okay. Blaze Ember. I'm assuming. How does this work? I don't get it. Have I looked up a tutorial how to do it? No. I just want to know. Like, do I have to refine it? Is that the issue? The goo has to eat the fluid block. That's wonderful. Eat it all up. It looks very weird, I'll be honest. I just want it to work, that's all. Oh, man. How's our TPS looking? 5 TPS. The reason why we're at 5 TPS right now, for those wondering, before the episode started, I decided to beef up our production a little bit. I doubled it effectively. It didn't double the usage of the ticks, but it's definitely hurting a lot. As you can see, we're at 5 TPS in this episode instead of like the usual server being at 20 TPS. Literally, the moment I turn that system off, it goes back to 20 TPS. It is insane how bad it's bugged. I did finally send them a Spark report, so hopefully they have a better idea of how to fix it now. I just hope they fix it soon, because I really am enjoying Theurgy, and I don't want to stop using it effectively. So yeah, I'm doing everything in my power so I can not have to stop using it. It's just been so much fun for me. I don't know. been a very fun mod to use. It's a different way to do, you know, dupe items basically, and I'm lazy and I don't want to have to do it all myself. This has been a nice little setup. So, but yeah, so like I was saying, I'm probably gonna do most of this off camera anyway, just because there's not a huge amount of change in how this works from the previous episode that we've done, Reformation setup. But in effect, I want to have multiple Reformation setups so that we can, you know, kind of mass produce certain resources. Dang it. Aw, dang it. Go downstairs and see if I can fix that real quick. Perfect. Oh, we're getting there. It's getting fiery. I think for temporary, I'm just going to set these up here just because we can. And I don't have a spot for them otherwise. Now, I don't think we're going to set up all of them permanently, right? Just because, oh, bollocks. There's a hole in my floor, dear Johnny, dear Johnny. Incubator 1, incubator 2, thingy thing, goodbye thingy thing. I don't really use the all that often. Rather have this online instead. Cool. All right, so yeah, I mean the general gist of it, right, is I want iron at all times, I want nether quartz at all times, and I want copper at all times. For starting resources, right? Like, I don't want to get too insane. So we'll throw quartz, iron, and copper. The nice thing is that we can have copper, iron, and quartz. It's all covered. So quartz, iron, copper. There we go. Now we're able to produce this pretty substantially. I obviously need to use, you know, logistics nodes and stuff and move this somewhere more better. But basically my goal going forward here and probably later today's stream is going to be to kind of ramp up the production of this. I have other materials obviously I'd like to get gold going, diamonds potentially, so we need to actually need to digest diamond we need to digest the rare ones, 4 rare ones to make a diamond one. And then we need to saturate these to the point where we can actually use the gem precious to make diamonds with. But diamonds are kind of like a stretch goal. And then also I want to get into the mob drop. So we're probably going to touch on doing whatchamacallit. We're probably going to touch on doing some applied energistics because I want to get the upstairs aloe farm. I want to get it automated so it's producing slime ball. And then basically we're going to do the same thing that we do for the amethyst, but with slime balls. So we're going to take slime balls, we're going to, you know, burn it down, convert it, convert it down into the fleshy version, the abundant mob drop, but then also digest it to convert it up into rare. And then also from rare, you need I think 8 of these to make one of these rares, and 16 rares to make a precious mob drop. We're talking like dragon egg and nether star type of mob drops, basically, which also will fill this hole for us as well. So yeah, that's our goal probably for our stream, is we're going to be trying to set that up, as well as getting all of these kind of working towards a fully fleshed out system. And I also think the reason why I kind of want to slowly go about getting these kind of ramped up into our production is I'm considering, we have 4 different types of salt, right? I'm considering setting up a couple of these for each type of salt, And then as stuff gets made, and I'm going to do some shenanigans with laser IO. I think I can do it this way. If I take a node and a card. So we take a node and we take our card holder here, throw that in there. I'm going to get rid of that real quick. Insert, extract, stock. So hold a certain amount in the inventory. Sensor, or, default down, up, down, okay. So I need to figure out how the sensor works. The main reason for why I would want to figure out how the sensor works is I want to figure out Oh, okay. So I wonder if this is better used with a count filter. Well, how does this work then? How does sense? I'll have to look up a Dyer video on how sensor works. Because there's insert, extract, stock, sensor. Default down, up, north, west, east. Okay, fair. The reason being is I want to be able to detect how many items are in a certain inventory. And then if I run low on iron, tell it to make more iron effectively. Or tell it to allow the reformation to send items to the incubator to make more iron. There is a way with Ars Nouveau. They have display cases, I believe. If I look at this and I go like Electron. Yeah, display cases. Can be configured to output a resonance signal when a certain level of inventory is reached. So I could set up a very basic drawer system with like one of these dudes on Electron, and he's just monitoring the system to see if we have enough items or not. I believe there is functional storage upgrades as well. Redstone upgrade, collector upgrade, pusher, polar. Maybe this can detect inventory. I can't remember. Or another option is to use AE and their level emitters. So we might use applied energistics and their level emitters to say, okay, hey, you can now send or whatever to, and maybe we use AE for this. Maybe that would be the easiest way to detect when our system is low on stuff and then send items to the incubators to start working. The incubators will have kind of a queue of sorts is my idea. I don't think I'm going to need a crap load of resources all the time being produced. Once we've got our saturated, 1,000 or so materials for each one, our incubators will only be needing to create items when we fall below applicable or required levels, basically. So I think that's why I set up like a node of 2 per type of salt. So basically eight total incubators, 4 sets basically. And that's what I'm thinking is we set up 4 sets of incubators and then that we just run those indefinitely. We could always, ramp up another set of incubators, probably like for minerals or something, if we think we need more iron or what have you, right? But I think for the most part, having eight of those incubators would be plenty of space. And the thing is like I could do something like this where I put the salts in and put the mercury in with one node, and then the other one, I just have it like split a chest or something, so we can do stuff like that, which I think would be pretty cool. So yeah, yeah, that's kind of the idea for probably a stream here in the near future. On today, probably later on today or something. So that's the idea. All right, back to our test. Yes, it works. 450 a tick. Okay. Okay, actually not horrendous, considering it's kind of your first tier of fuel. I don't know what time fluid does. I'm curious. So if Blaze produces 450, Jedi's on. I better turn off my system before he lags out. uh, there we go. We're back up to 13. I think Jedi has some stuff running as well that keeps our tick rate kind of low. But for the most part, it is mostly my fault using the fermentation vats. So, and this one, if it doesn't have enough resources, won't ever lag. If I put items in here, it'll start to lag, but otherwise it doesn't. So yeah, it raised it up to 15. Just having it turned off, so we saved 10 TPS just now. Although, like I said, I think Jedi when he gets on, it has some stuff that keeps our TPS lowered. But I don't know, it is definitely very cool. Just throw this back in the card holder. Okay. Okay, for a single bucket, not horrible. It's a bit of a process for sure, but honestly, not horribly terrible. Because it's like, okay, it's water, polymorphic, blaze, refine the blaze, then you add the void flame, which is the next tier of blaze ember block. No. Oh, that's kind of painful, isn't it? No. What? Oh, okay. So it's the same coal block, but you use it on the next higher goo. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any Dragon's Breath. How do you make Dragon's Breath? Oh, actually not horrible. Where do the bottles come from? Okay, I can probably get behind that. Probably find someone who has a dragon's head, or go find a dragon's head in in a thing in the end somewhere. Okay, that's not so bad. Wow, I actually converted a lot faster than the last one. All right, not all bad. So that's a test for the future. But yeah, so that is an idea for other power gen solutions that we can use potentially. But yeah, I think that will kind of call us for our episode today. I think I kind of covered everything that kind of went on behind the scenes. I don't think I missed out on anything crazy. But yeah, like I said, things are going to change again. That'll probably change. This will get a little bit prettier down here and probably more clustered with all the Reformation stuff going on. That will change to be more of like a viewing platform. And then I think the back wall will eventually change. I'm going to end up putting the blue archwood border and stuff back here. And then I think the whole setup bit, I think we're going to keep it regardless, and we're just going to like make it prettier over there is I think what we're going to do. So yeah, we have kind of our work area. And then also I think before we get back, I want to have it set up so that we're able to produce our mob drop common abundant rares as well with using this farm here. Which brings me to another point, and that is eventually I want to make greenhouse glass and some other ways. We might actually get into Roots Classic, um, because Roots has growing standing stone. Yeah, so we can grow crops a little bit faster. There is also Lily of Fertility, which we could definitely go with, but it's a little bit more expensive than it used to be. It uses the Nature's Aura powder, which that would require Nature's Aura, first of all. And then it also uses Fertile Essence, which I think it always did, but I don't think I have any slime pearls. So we'd have to go out and figure out where to get slime pearls from the best. I don't really want to go loot fabricator if I don't have to, but we might have to at some point as well. So yeah, I definitely look into more farm options to speed up our farms. I know Ars Nouveau has a growth sigil, but for using like a ritual of growth basically, and it does grow things very very quickly. The downside being, I think it takes mana to run, so I would have to get a better mana production source. And again, we could use AE for transferring mana around and stuff because I think we have the add-on now. So, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff as well. Yeah, and using AE for the... I think, honestly, using AE for the logistical part of the Reformation, you know, hey, we're low on iron, make some more iron. I think AE is going to shine there. But if not, I might check out the Direwolf sensor for laser nodes to see how that works. But yeah, that's kind of all for today's episode. I know it was mainly just a review, and we didn't do a huge amount of stuff, but we're kind of gearing up for our stream again. And yeah, I think we'll see you folks in the next episode, which will be next Monday. So I'll probably do a stream later today on Friday, and then I'm tempted to do one over the weekend. We'll see kind of how my weekend plans are, but we might do one on the weekend as well. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do streams. I want to say I want to get onto a week, like a daily schedule of streaming, barring maybe the weekends, or maybe barring like maybe I do one on the weekend and then not do one on Monday or something. I don't know. You know, some way to give myself a little bit of a weekend still, but also still streaming the weekend because I know a lot of people are off work and needing, maybe wanting to hang out and stuff would be better on weekends. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about picking up streaming. Doing we're currently doing 4-hour sessions, which I think is plenty long for me being fairly new to it and trying to stay awake the whole time because honestly my sleep has been pretty mediocre lately. But yeah, so yeah, I think streaming is in the books for us going forward. The only downside to anything right now is I'm going to start filing for unemployment starting next week. Unemployment takes about a week. You have to kind of file a week ahead to get it for the week that you want, basically. So, you know, I'd file for unemployment next week and I wouldn't get it for like 2 weeks, basically. So, and yeah, so starting kind of the middle of December is when I can start pulling unemployment. In America, unemployment is a system you pay into from your paycheck. And then, you know, when you fall into hard times, you can pull it. I'm definitely still applying at places, trying to get interviews and stuff. I went over and not begged, but like went over to the fabrication place. I would really like to work there, just because they're offering $15 an hour. It's going to be really easy money wise, or it's going to be really easy brain power wise, which will then, you know, give us the brain power necessary to stream and maybe do some modding and stuff. You know, in the future, I'm kind of getting to that point where my burnout is slowly going away. You know, thinking about programming is not like making me like tired instantly. It's more of a like I'm considering programming things now. I haven't taken that plunge yet just because I have to kind of relearn how Neoforge works with the new kind of system. But yeah, I am definitely getting to a point where I think the burnout is slowly going away. And yeah, so kind of fun times going on there. What else? What else? What else? But yeah, unemployment wise, the crappy thing with unemployment is you have to apply for jobs, which is obvious. Like you're still trying to find work, right? Um, but the program in my state, you have to like apply at like 4 different jobs. You have to call 2 of them every week, and then you also have to like go to like a seminar or meet with somebody or someone from the unemployment agency every time, just to get your weekly paycheck from unemployment. Which is just like I've been paying into this for like 15 years of my life. Just give me my damn money at this point, and they tax it regardless, which is stupid, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a little bit of money going. The one fabrication job, they said they'd get back to me in like 2 weeks. Their people are on their HR team are going on vacation, out of country, on vacation. So yeah, I got 2 weeks before they even call me back with a potential yay or nay. Um, a couple of the places I applied for that I did interview, I thought well at. I haven't gotten any calls back from them at all. The one place I did get a call back from, but they just are they're basically having to cut staff at this time of year for whatever reason, which sucks. So I didn't get that job. And that was supposed to be like $20 an hour with benefits, which would have been quite nice, even if the commute was an hour a day or 2 hour and a half a day technically, an hour each way roughly. But yeah, so not doing too well on the job front. I'm applying lots of places, not really getting a lot of calls, which sucks. There is a few programming jobs that I have applied for, and one of them like got back to me fairly quickly. But I looked up reviews on their company, and like they have like a 1.5 star review overall across like 30 different reviews, basically on different platforms. And the main reason is like they work people to the bone, and then some of their compensation packages are actually not great. Like I was looking at their healthcare compensation that someone had wrote a review on, basically saying that like they were still out like $800 a month for healthcare. It's like shit, shit. Like you'd be better off with a government marketplace plan at that point. So, but speaking of which, yeah, the fabrication job and most jobs that I'm applying for don't have medical benefits. So I am actually having to look at the government's marketplace for medical. And I like to use what's called an HSA card. It's kind of like a 401k for medical needs, but you can still use the card for medical purposes as well. You can also, any money you put on there, any taxed money that you put on the card, you write off at the end of the year as well, which is kind of a nice deal as well. And so I'm married, filing jointly. This year I could write off $8,300, or I will be writing off $8,300, which I put on the card, which is kind of a lot of money, but somehow my wife got through it all. So we've been doing a lot of doctor stuff this year, trying to figure out, why we're having trouble, making mini me's, and stuff like that. So, and there's other stuff. She found out, she finally got hearing aids this year. She's been deaf probably half her life and didn't even realize it. Because if it's normal to you, you don't think about it don't think any differently of it. We don't always get new glasses prescriptions because their eyes are going bad. Just various stuff going on. So yeah, we've had a lot of medical expenses this year, unfortunately. And last year we had a few that we had to pay off because we actually were in the hospital last year a little bit, with some like just health deteriorating and heart problems and whatnot. So yeah, we've had kind of an expensive couple of years for medical stuff, and it sucks that we're no longer have healthcare. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some healthcare through probably the government system, the marketplace, and we'll kind of go from there. So it's not looking super good, but it'll be better than nothing, I suppose. I'm mainly just okay with like the HSA because the HSA allows you just to write off freaking $8,000 for taxes. If you're only paying in $12,000 in taxes every year, that's a good portion of that you're getting back. So I think it's worth. But yeah. Anywho, that's kind of what my life update is, and yeah, we'll see folks in probably the stream later today. If not, then maybe one this weekend. So I don't really have a set scheduled for streams right now. I have been trying to do them kind of in the afternoon Central Standard Time, kind of starting around like 3 or 4 o'clock Central Standard Time and going for 4 hours, about 7 or 8 o'clock ending Central Standard Time. So kind of right before some of the kiddos get off to bed. Or for the European folks, it's kind of around your dinner time, I believe. No, it'd be after dinner. It'd be like maybe like a late tea time or something. But yeah, so starting kind of late, and then finishing even later for you guys. But yeah, so we'll be doing one Friday, probably Saturday, maybe Saturday, and maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. I still haven't figured out exact schedule. If I do get the fabrication job in 2 weeks, which I'm hoping for, streams will be more consistent. We'll probably be doing um, afternoon ones or evening ones for Central Standard Time. Or on the flip side, I could wrap around and do morning ones before I go into work. Would kind of depend on how that works. If I get the job, of course. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, life's looking chaotic as usual, and just gotta play it one day at a time. But yeah, we'll see you folks later. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Bye.